Hello there, and sorry for not putting up a Thursday video there the other week. I kind of just completely forgot about it. I was doing all the other live streaming and stuff like that, and a little bit of life getting in the way, but in a good way. Lots of unboxing videos up ahead in the very near future, so that's something to look forward to. Today, I just added thank you for the views on the David Bowie video. I added a few more albums of his to my David Bowie collection, and we'll probably do a second part of a David Bowie video in the very near future. Today we are focusing on my Bob Dylan CD collection. I have studio albums, and we have the mono box set, studio albums, and one live album. May as well do that now. That's Bob Dylan in Budokan in Japan, and a fantastic album. I think it was just before the Street Legal album, one of my favourite Bob Dylan albums. So this is just absolute class. It's like a gong mat, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Kind of like Pink Floyd in Pompeii. So yeah, this is just absolutely fantastic. If you've not got this, please check it out. And I saw him live in my hometown, kind of the last 5 minutes of his concert. He was at a festival called Flamor. You can look it up online. It's Fleadhmor, and it was a 2-day concert in Waterford back in the 90s. And Bob Dylan was at it, Van Morrison was at it, the Chieftains were at it, Ray Charles, Jerry Lee Lewis, all people like that. And we went to see the Chieftains, and we got the last 5 minutes of Bob Dylan, and he was in a very, very good mood. So yeah, that's Bob Dylan live at the Budokan. And we go to the studio albums. His debut album, House of the Rising Sun, is on it. Absolutely fantastic album. I got all of these in Oxfam, and they're cheaper than eBay. And these are all on the Columbia surround sound, most of them. And fantastic album, and kind of almost forgotten about, unless of course you're a Bob Dylan fan. So there we go. And there's Freewheeling Bob Dylan. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm going to see the movie. I think it's out on DVD. I must investigate whether it is or not. So we'll have the Bob Dylan movie to get. We have the Led Zeppelin movie to get. And we'll have the new Elvis movie to get as well. So lots of stuff to get in the meantime. Lots of new old stuff coming out. And that's good. This is another fantastic album. And can I read? I can't read the typos, so I'm not going to bother reading the typos because I can't. So I'm just going to show you the albums and kind of the inside sleeve and what they look like. And these were all kind of just $1.99. And so my rule of thumb is Oxfam have a great man cave section in amongst all their other kind of very strange stuff. So that's all I'll say about the other stuff that's in Oxfam. And yeah, and I picked up a load of these for $1.99. And the other rule of thumb with Oxfam is they're cheaper than eBay a lot of the time. So this is another side of Bob Dylan. Very good album. There we go. Nice photos actually. And I might do a longer video when I have even more Bob Dylan albums. I'm trying to hunt down that box set that's out there, the Complete Works Volume 1. And hang on now, can I read these titles for the laugh? I think I can. I'll read them out. I'll attempt to read them out. You have Like a Rolling Stone, Tom Stone Blues. It takes a lot to laugh, it takes a lot to cry. From a Buick 6, Ballad of a Tin Man, Queen Jane Approximately, Highway 61 Revisited, and Just Like Tom Tom Blues and Desolation Road. There we go. I was able to read them without the magnifying glass because they weren't very small. Love these little photos and stuff like that. they're kind of always worth looking at. And I have an interesting take on a photograph that's in the box set booklet. And we won't go through all the songs because we have a lot to get through. So I'll just show you what's inside. It's all on this 360 surround sound, and it's absolutely fantastic. This one is not. I forget where I got this one. Did I get it on eBay? I'm not sure, but this is one of my favorite Bob Dylan albums, Nashville Skyline. I think it's 26 minutes long or something like that. And it's a very, very short album, but an excellent album. And then we have Bob Dylan, Street Legal, another favorite one, known as his kind of Vegas years. And then we have Desire. One More Cup of Coffee is on this one, and The Hurricane. Excellent, excellent, excellent album. Then we have a gospel one, and Bob Dylan did 3 gospel albums. He was a big Elvis fan, and so was David Bowie, John Lennon. They're all Elvis fans. And Bob Dylan did the 3 gospel albums because Elvis did 3 gospel albums. So there you go. I quite like this. I really enjoyed it, and kind of say thank you, and stuff like that, and kind of being a little bit grateful is kind of the message I got from this album. So positive one on this, better than you think it is. Another favorite, Blood on the Tracks. Yeah, I picked that up in another charity shop, 150, and it was a nice remastered edition. Again, the surround sound and cool pictures on the inside. Well worth having on your shelf in physical media. Don't have a whole lot of vinyl by Bob Dylan. This is another one from the 80s, Mark Knopfler. What More Do You Want? Bob Dylan and Dire Straits, I think, in the background. Great artwork on the back. And a remaster. There we go. And then this one is the last of the stereo ones, Modern Times. Don't have a lot of his later day ones, so but we'll keep an eye out for them as we go forward. There we go. Great photos on the inside sleeve there. And we'll have a look now at the mono box set. There we go. These are all in mono. And there's another nice photo at the back. If you've ever seen the movie Dewey Cox Walk Hard, that's fun. That is really, really good fun. John C. Reilly, he does a kind of an amalgamation of all different stars and pokes fun at Dylan and the Beatles, especially the Beatles, and that one is really, really good. So we have 8 albums, first 8 albums, and debut album again in mono, and the difference is really, really amazing. Then we have Freewheeling Bob Dylan. Then we have Times They Are A-Changin', Bringing It All Back Home, and Another Side of Bob Dylan, and then Highway 61 Revisited. And look at that. I can't even read that. I did read it on the other CD, but no way on that one. Not even going to attempt to. Blonde on Blonde, the first double album. Then came Frank Zappa, Freak Out, and the Beatles, the White Album. And then this one is John Wesley Harding, and that's where Judas Priest got inspired to call themselves Judas Priest, and Jimi Hendrix did the cover of All Along the Watchtower. This is the booklet that comes with it. Well worth having in your collection. The Beatles have a mono box set. I wish they would give Elvis a mono box set. We'll see if we can find the picture that I'm on about. Yeah, that's it. There you go. There's Bob Dylan. There's Andy Warhol, and they're admiring a picture of Elvis in the background. That's picture of Elvis is from that session as well. And we have this other album here called Elvis. Elvis sings Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Chuck Berry. Great album to get your hands on. And in this booklet that comes with that Elvis album, we have, there's Elvis with Glenn Campbell. Yeah, there we go. There we are. There's 2 photos of the same session. That's that photo there. Then looking at Flaming Star. Of course, David Bowie has a song called Black Star. Flaming Star was originally called Black Star. And let's look at the rest of the booklet. Lots of pictures. That's what we like. You can mix it all on. Oops. Ooh. A serial number of some sorts. There we go. Nice pictures. I have a big video, and it is I'll go over there and I'll get it, and I'll just tell you something about the cover. It was taken in England, in Somerset, on the Severn channel. There we go. That's a nice one. And oh yeah, picture. That's what we like. We really like the pictures. So if you hold on a sec, you can admire the posters in the background. I just get this Bob Dylan DVD. It's a Martin Scorsese movie. And Tom Clancy is in this one. From Clancy and Macon and Clancy and the Clancy brothers. But this picture here, this is in Somerset, and it's in a place called Pill, which is still there, but the ferry that Bob Dylan is on is not there. And there's a video on YouTube, and there was a guy trying to locate that place where this photograph was taken. It was all overgrown, and but he did find the locale. So that's Bob Dylan in Somerset. So that's how we'll end this video. Thank you for all the views, all the comments, and your likes and your shares, and sharing your musical journey stories with me. That's what this channel is all about, and really means a lot to me when you do that. Thank you ever so much, and we look forward to talking to you again on Elvis Monday and Beatles Tuesday. And we will have quite a few unboxing videos up ahead in the very near future. Queen box sets, bandmate box set, bandmate unboxings, and stuff like that, and even more stuff after that. So lots of fun ahead. Thank you ever so much, and I hope you enjoyed the day wherever you happen to be, and we will look forward to talking to you again next Monday.